Hi, and welcome to the new Mediator 9 tutorial workshop. We're going to be creating a project today using the new Mediator 9. We're going to be covering 3 basic steps, and this first portion of the video is going to show you some of the basic interface elements and how to get started creating a new project. To begin a new project in Mediator 9, I'm going to select the Mediator icon from the top left of the interface. I'm going to choose what type of document I'd like to create under the New tab. Here I could choose to create a standard project, which is excellent for creating CD-ROM, self-executable, exe files, or zip files. I can create HTML websites with dynamic content, sound, videos, and so on. I can also choose to create interactive Flash content for use in other Flash objects or as well inside of a Mediator project itself. For this first workshop, I'm going to choose HTML. We're going to create an HTML website, so I'm going to left-click on HTML. The new document window is launched, and I choose the window size of the project I'd like to make. This will be the actual size of the website itself. We have standard sizes. We can also choose to create a custom size, which I'm going to go ahead and do today. I'm going to choose custom and select 660 by 440. I have the option also to change the border color of the website by selecting the box next to color. When I left click, my color picker is launched. I can choose one of these select colors. I can choose a custom color that I'd like to create. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at black, and I choose OK, and I select OK in the new document window. This will launch my initial page. Now that we've seen how to create an initial project inside of Mediator 9, let's talk about the interface elements themselves. You can see the individual tabs across the top. Under the Home tab, we have our basic paste, cut, copy, and duplicate. We can also go over to our Pages tab, where this will allow us to create an additional new page, which would be listed again in this page list. We can delete, rename, or change the page color itself. For instance, page 1, the page color is white. If I chose to change the color, I select Color, choose from my color picker, and go ahead and choose OK. Now the page gets the color that I've chosen through the color wheel. Now when we start creating some elements, I will show you and demonstrate how to arrange objects on the interface itself. If I want to select individual objects, we can also choose to select objects, select all objects, or delete an individual object. For this workshop, I'm going to show you how to create a basic object inside of Mediator, and I'm going to choose under the Insert tab. And you see that I can either choose to put a picture into my page, a rectangle, a polygon to create unique shapes, a drawing tool, and we will get to the bump map later. In this case, I'm going to just draw a quick rectangle. As you can see, we've created an object right onto our Mediator interface. We can choose a lot of different features of this object, which I'll get to later in the tutorial. But what I'd like to demonstrate again is some of the additional features that we have inside of the Mediator page. Now if I go back onto the top and I choose the Insert menu again, you can also see that we can create headlines for text, individual text boxes. I can insert videos directly onto the page, animated GIFs, Flash content, individual buttons, animation paths, HTML objects that we've created or that we've taken from other websites, and also input fields, which we will get to later in the tutorial. Under the page, you can see again we can create new pages, rename, change the color, or affect the properties of that page. Interactivity is something that we'll demonstrate in a later video. This will make our pages and our objects become interactive. Some more of the advanced features, which we'll not be covering, but we will cover in the advanced tutorials, are variables and so on. Under the Review tab, we're given the option to test our document. This will allow us to preview our Mediator project and see if it's functioning correctly. We're also able to spell check the document, pages, and so on. Under the View tab, this gives us a little bit more flexibility to view the individual elements of the interface, such as the page list, which is listed below. If I selected the page list, it will disappear. If I want to show it, I go ahead and select that again. The multimedia catalog we will demonstrate later on. This is where all of our multimedia assets are stored. We already talked a little bit about the events and the programming. We also have the flexibility to help with the layout of our design by using our grid, our guides, resizing our document itself. If we go into the format, here we can choose again to affect the object that we've created on the mediator page itself. Now, as you can see, when I created an object, it showed up in the object list. And as we create additional objects in our mediator project, you're going to see all the objects listed below in the object list. So it's very easy to navigate and locate what object you're discussing or talking to on the page itself. That concludes the first video of creating a new project inside of Mediator and the discussion of the different elements of the interface of Mediator 9. In our next video, we will create a new HTML website and start building some content and interactivity.